room down underneath, and then he had to chase his truck up the hill. He made contact with her left rear quarter and back turn to the outside wall.
Ray Dunlap, what's going on with Jason White?
Well, somewhere, Rick, right behind that crash, Jason White was running through the field, but apparently he must have spun to avoid that or got spun by someone. He just came down pit road on lap number 5, and they put 4 fresh tires on that gunbroker truck. So one set of his tires used up already very, very early in the race tonight.
Man, you couldn't have asked Johanna to do any more than she did. She gave Noreen the whole bottom of the racetrack. You know, it's just heartbreaking after she did such a great job at ORP to see her not get a chance to continue that learning curve.
Getting ready for lap number 8. Green flag back in the air. Again, Timothy Peters with a strong performance. He was able to take the top spot away from Todd Bodine.
How about Eric Almirola now in a battle for third? Looks like he's going to grab that third spot from Austin Dillon.
Austin's fighting back on the bottom of the racetrack. The bottom of the racetrack is the preferred groove. Todd Bodine looks like his truck's tight, like you guessed he might be, Phil. After being so fast in qualifying, that truck comfortable enough to grab the pole. It looks like it's wanting to push up in the turn. He's not able to hold it down, especially off turn 2 over there.
And here comes Ron Hornaday trying to get that 4th spot away from Eric Almirola. Austin Dillon was able to wrestle that 3rd spot back.
Yeah, Austin took the spot on the bottom. Eric took a chance, went to the top side, tried to make something happen, and it wound up costing him. He lost his spot to Hornaday, and now he's getting ready to lose another one as Johnny Sauter's down on the inside of him.
Johnny Sauter in the 13 looks to take the spot away from Eric Almirola. Almirola stuck on the outside line now. We're also seeing the 18 of Brian Eichler moving up just a bit higher. Ray Dunlap, what's happening with Eric Almirola?
Loose in, tight off is the call from truck number 51, and that's why he doesn't like that spot on the racetrack. He really wants to try to get to the bottom and work on that thing. Very loose in. He said the tight off's only about a 4. That's on a 1 to 10 scale.
Well, we're going to 3 wide off turn 2. You don't see this a lot at Nashville.
And teammates, or 2 of the 3.
Matt Crafton down to the bottom of the racetrack. That's his teammate on the outside of him, Johnny Sauter in the 13. So Crafton takes a position away. Eichler just in front of him in the 18, running strong.
Johnny drifted way wide, opened up the bottom of the racetrack for Kenny Schrader in the 2 truck.
Man, I really like the way that 88 truck looks, guys. If you can have a truck that'll just hunt that bottom, run right next to that black pavement on the inside of the track, that's what you're after. And Crafton's truck looks like it's doing it better than anyone's right now.
Continue the battle for the 6th position. Brian Eichler in the 18. Eric Almirola, Matt Crafton, all fighting for the spot. Johnny Sauter's dropped back as we see the 2 of Ken Schrader. Justin Lofton in the 7.
How about Bobby Hamilton Jr.? Bobby started back in the 19th position, already up into almost to the top 10.
You can see him trailing right behind Justin Lofton. Lofton's up on the back of Schrader, so Schrader started up in the 4th spot, dropped back to 9th. And on the other hand, Bobby Jr.'s driven all the way up to the edge of the top 10.
This is a 200-mile race. We come off of just finishing up a 125-mile race, which seemed like a sprint compared to this. This will almost feel like a marathon for these drivers.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, 200 miles goes awfully quick here.
We only had 2 cautions the whole time we were here in April, so the track does lend itself to some green flag racing, and you're right, Phil, it'll fly by.
Adam Alexander.
And problems early, Rick, for the driver who started in the 13th position. We're talking about James Busher. He's been on a nice run lately, but just as the green flag went back in the air, he reported a left rear tire going down. He came to pit road at lap 8. They changed left side tires. They fixed the problem. That's the good news. The bad news is they had to do it under green. He scored in 30th position or somewhere thereabouts, 1 lap down.
Austin Dillon takes over the 2nd spot from Todd Bodine. Again, the 3 fastest trucks all day long. They're still running 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Let's take a look at how Austin Dillon got this 2nd spot. He's going to follow Todd, going to move to the outside. Todd said, okay, you're faster than me. I'm going to let you go.
What Austin did, he was heating Todd up. He was dogging him into turns, and Todd just said, okay, I get it. I see it. It's early now. I need to work on my truck. You go on, Austin. Austin being a rookie and Todd being a point leader, that's how you preserve a point lead.
Well, yeah, a championship right now is what Todd Bodine has outside of his windshield. He knows that if he continues on without problems, he's going to be a champion.
You know, he made some mistake. He made a mistake in Iowa, a couple of them, big ones, and they cost him a lot that day. But, you know, maybe he learned so much that'll actually end up paying off, because we've seen him race very smart ever since Iowa. And, you know, what what he said after Iowa. He fessed up. He said, I got to be smarter than that, and he's certainly been that.
And Michael, I think he's struggling right now. Ron Hornaday came from a long ways back to get by. I think we were right. I think his truck's getting tighter and tighter, and he's losing a bunch of positions. Here goes Brian Eichler now, and Matt Crafton's going to be next.
Todd Bodine is dropping like a rock. Again, he started up front, won the pole earlier today.
Now he's going to want to try to fall in there somewhere and find him somewhere to run. He can't just keep giving positions away. That truck isn't running well early for sure.
This time by across the stripe, Todd Bodine falls all the way back to the 7th spot.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to beat Matt Crafton before tonight's over. He's got a truck that'll go fast down. Look at Todd.
Look at Todd.
Way up high.
Way up the racetrack.
I think it's something more than just a tight condition, don't you, Michael?
Could it be a flat tire? Something's definitely wrong with it. If it is just a tight condition, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix that. You can see it just wanting to go straight when he gets to the turn.
That was big time tight.
Timothy Peters has a 2.2 second lead over Austin Dillon, Ron Hornaday, and Eric Almirola. 3rd and 4th. Matt Crafton holds on to the 5th spot. With a green flag flew. It wasn't long before our first caution, but now a good green flag run here at Nashville. Welcome back to the Nashville 200, presented on Speed by Toyota. Our second caution has come out. This time it was the 89 of Chris Lafferty. He had problems on the racetrack. Looks like the motor maybe gave out for him.
But a huge break for somebody like Todd Bodine, who was dropping like a stone.
There had to be something wrong with that truck. It looked like maybe that right rear tire was low when he rode by. Ray, you hear anything down there in the pit?
It was flat, Michael, so Todd really got lucky to get that caution and get here to the pits. They pulled that right rear off. You see him banging on it right there. It doesn't appear to have a cut on it anywhere. They're trying to examine to see what the problem might be, but definitely way low on air pressure, right rear for truck 30.
See a mark there. They put an X on it.
And there had been...
Excuse me, Adam, go ahead.
Sorry, Michael. I was just going to say in regard to the 17 truck of Timothy Peters, there have been no complaints in regard to his truck in the early portion of this race. He said, I'm just a little loose in turn 1, but absolutely we need to change nothing in the early going, and obviously they elected to stay out. Jeff Hensley, the crew chief, saying it's too early for us to come down pit road.
Boy, I would have a problem with Timothy Peters complaining about his truck right now, as good as that thing is.
Yeah, you put it out in that clean air, too. You know, if you've got a good truck and you can get it to the front and take advantage of having no trucks ahead of you, knocking the air off your nose, that's good. That's when your truck feels absolutely the best.
Timothy Peters was fastest in the first practice earlier today. Then he was 3rd fastest in our final practice. The Nashville 200, presented on Speed by Toyota, continues after this. Welcome back to Nashville Superspeedway for the Nashville 200, presented on Speed by Toyota. Again, under our second caution, this one for Chris Lafferty and the engine expiring on that race truck. That puts 6 trucks now behind the wall. Lafferty, Harmon, Stout, Garvey, Johanna Long, and Carl Long are off the racetrack.
It's going to be a great restart here. Austin Dillon is going to get a shot up front here with Timothy Peters.
Timothy's been so strong early in the race. He's just jetted off to a lead, so we see if Austin can hang beside him. Hadn't seen anybody have much luck up on the top.
Green flag back in the air. Timothy Peters right the gas early. Austin Dillon on his outside trying to hang on to second. Here comes Ron Hornaday in the 33 battling for that second spot.
There's Todd Bodine mired back in traffic trying to work his way back towards the front.
Hornaday takes second away from Austin Dillon. Now Matt Crafton in the 88 looking strong to the bottom of the racetrack trying to get by Austin Dillon.
He gets up beside Austin as they get down in turn number 3. Austin on the high side. Not able to match the speed up off the corner. Crafton has 3rd.
That's extremely strong, guys. That truck is right. Look at him just tucking to the bottom of the racetrack. Got a great run on Hornaday to the inside for second.
Hornaday gives him room. Moves up the hill. Opens up that bottom for Crafton.
Wanting a room for Matt Crafton to try to take second away. But here comes Hornaday back on the outside.
Hornaday had the momentum from the high side there up off of turn number 2. Eric Almirola now pulls to the inside of Austin Dillon in a battle for 4th.
Crafton still battling for that second spot as we see Timothy Peters now start to check out on these two. the second lead.
Matt Crafton's truck's really good down on. Ooh, look at Hornaday. He tries to crowd Almirola out. Eric's having none of it. He's going to die.